Hey guys, Arterod here, bringing to you more recent news. This one has to do with that big, scary thing we all call school. Well, we call it worse things, but most of those are under our breaths. Now, I'm sure everyone sooner or later has had some gripe about their school. Maybe the facilities aren't up to snuff, or the teachers are boring, or you have a hilarious class clown that you just love to hang from the stairwell by his shoelaces. But the most important thing about school is that sooner or later it ends. And as long as you put your mind to it, work hard, and do well in your studies, you'll walk away from it with a nice diploma, right? Well, not necessarily. One exception to this apparent rule, at least for the moment, is Kaitlin Nootbaar, a student who recently graduated at Prague High School. Well, kinda graduated. Her graduation ceremony was in May, but she has yet to get her diploma. Actually, apparently she won't get her diploma unless she takes one last crucial step. Is it summer school? No, she has a 4.0 average, and in fact she was the valedictorian at her graduation ceremony. Nope, her last step to graduation, to receiving that crucial diploma she needs so badly, is to write the school an apology letter for taking her valedictorian speech to horrible extremes. Yes, this young rebel belted out a word so foul and so filthy it permanently scarred the minds of her fellow classmates. That word was hell. No, I'm afraid I'm serious. Hell. That's what they wanted to apologize for. Did I mention this was in Oklahoma? Also, just in case some of you might think the context she used it in would justify it, she wasn't actually referring to hell, the place, in her speech. The sentence she used was, after asking a series of rhetorical questions, "How the hell do I know?" That's it. Basically what happened is Miss Nootbaar recently went to her school for her diploma, as it hadn't been sent to her yet, and her principal told her, "Well, your diploma's right here, but you aren't getting it. Neener, neener, neener." Okay, that last part was probably more paraphrased than anything else, but the rest of it's accurate. She was informed that her approved, submitted speech should have used the word heck, not hell. And for this serious breach in stupid etiquette, she would have to submit a written apology if she wanted her diploma. Wait, sorry, I'm confused. Hell is a bad word now? I thought we got past that stage back in the early 90s, along with poop. I didn't realize that it was decided that nobody should mention hell anymore. I mean, what, I guess they're just gonna claim the sinners go to purgatory or a Celine Dion concert? No, wait. Churches still talk about hell. Christ, turn on gospel radio and you'll find preachers who won't shut up about it. He's going to hell. She's going to hell. The non-believers will burn in perdition and be poked with sharp sticks unto all eternity by Satan, who by this time is probably swamped with work in hell. Okay, so they're still talking about hell, but you just can't use the word if you're referring to anything less terrifying than a place of eternal fire and pain. So, what, now not only is taking the Lord's name in vain a big no-no, but taking Satan's realm's name in vain is also bad for some reason? Are we still allowed to mention the apostles? Virgin Mary? Egypt? You know what? The whole "is hell a bad word" thing, it's really just secondary to this entire discussion, because the bigger issue is whether a school should have the right to deny one an otherwise lawfully gained diploma based on a single word that was not intended aggressively, and is certainly a lot tamer than what could have been said. I mean, especially considering this was a student who worked incredibly hard to achieve a 4.0 average, which is a score that I could never dream about in 1,000 years. I mean, all those years, all that work, and all those accomplishments, and they just deny her diploma like that, insisting on one last hoop to evidently establish their dominance. And let's once more establish, she was the freaking valedictorian. Oh, wait, I get it. The fact that she's valedictorian is the entire point, isn't it? She was the cream of their crop, literally put on a pedestal to show her fellow students the embodiment of the best they could be. And so the moment she displayed something even slightly contrary to what the establishment wanted, Better get her back in line quick pronto, 'cause, well, you know these crazy kids. They say hell one day, and the next they might drink a bottle of light beer. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even joke about things so dire. Think of the children, after all. Well, it's more like think of the ultra-conservative, unbending, ridiculously egotistical establishment, but they often act like children, so close enough. So she'll apologize, and they'll puff out their chests, photocopy the letter, and show it to everyone to say, see, we were right. I mean, why else would they want it written? It's not about trying to get her to write lines. No, this is about having physical evidence that she agreed with their position, even if she didn't. That way, for every student, every class in the future, they can take out the letter and say, now you see, children, this girl made the mistake of saying hell during her valedictorian speech, but as this letter can indicate, she saw the light after we threatened not to let her graduate, but that's not important. To Miss Nootbaar, if you're watching this, first I'd like to apologize if I mangled your last name. I'm pretty much hopeless. Second, if you haven't already done it, I would advise you to just write the damn apology. I mean, first of all, this is your diploma you're talking about, and as petty as they are, you've worked too hard to let this get in your way for any length of time. Second, let's face it, everyone is going to know why you wrote it. And the school's going to look like an ass anyway. Nobody's going to blame you for taking the path of least resistance, especially when the stakes are this high. And even though that path may be ridiculous, if anyone outside school does think you're actually sorry, you can always just make it clear that this apology was gained from duress. So, yeah, write the letter, accept your diploma, then flip off the principal, call him a scum-sucking spawn of Satan, speak in tongues for 5 or 6 minutes, flick holy water around the room, check the principal for any signs of rising steam, then flee the room cackling and announcing yourself an atheist while belting out Eagle songs at the top of your lungs. I mean, come on, it's the only reasonable action, right? For the rest of you, this is Arderot, reminding you that as much as calculus sucks, and the occasional bout of detention might get you down, at least your school isn't run by a group of goddamn blackmailing pirates. From hell. Hell. Also poop.